Let's talk about intonation and stress in English because it's such an important point and often it's one that we're not taught about. However, English depends on the use of stress and pitch to give full meaning of what we say. So when we're talking, we're constantly stressing important words. If you listen to spoken English, you'll have noticed this. For example, great job is very different from great job. Or, to give you another example, oh no, or wow. Can you hear the different pitch rising, falling in my voice and some of the key words? If we speak like this, where we allow the same stress and pitch on each word, it can sound monotonous and it communicates less in our tone of voice and only in our words. But in English, we don't speak like that. We're constantly showing what the important information is. But how do we do it? How do we know which is a key word and which is a function word, which we're going to say quickly and quietly? Well, you may not be able to find very much about this when you're reading about it. You may not be able to understand clear rules. Of course, native speakers don't need to look up the rules because from the very time we're born, we've been learning about it. This is why it's also something that you need to learn by doing. You need to just let it drip away. You need to let it sink in, and you will gradually notice when we're stressing words and which words we're saying more slowly and quietly. You'll learn this through speaking, exchanging, through moments of conversation, and the more you are open to this information and the more you observe it, the more quickly you will be able to use it yourself to improve your listening comprehension by listening out to those keywords spoken more loudly, and to improve your communication by using this method of communication yourself to express ideas. Yes, we've been exposed to this since the time we were a baby. We've heard these speech patterns as native speakers over and over again when we were children, as we grow up, because written English we're writing, reading, it doesn't hold the same keys and it doesn't hold these same options that we can use as spoken English does. These devices are used by us without really giving any conscious thought to it. As a child, we heard words spoken where people were saying things like mummy, daddy, bye-bye, good, nice, pretty. And then as we get older and we're a teenager, we'll have been exposed to thousands of words and we'll know all the different parts of speech which we're going to say quickly and slowly. So for native speakers, this knowledge has been innate and built up over our whole lives. And if you're learning English as a non-native speaker, you will have to be rather patient about this. And it's more a question of observing and letting things sink in, of being exposed to the language by travelling, by watching television in English, and even with the subtitles on in French, just watching lots of English speaking television so that you notice the intonation and stress. Any opportunity to speak, to listen, to be exposed to language, once you're open to this idea of keywords being spoken more loudly and function words being spoken more softly. Once you're open to the idea of pitch, rising and falling, and of intonation, then you'll notice it all the time as you're exposed to it, and you'll be learning about it. Little by little, you'll be able to use this great tool, an economical method of communication, which helps us to express ourselves using fewer words.